Welcome back, everyone, to another round of deep discussions. The past week has been nothing short of a turbocharged accelerator in the AI space, from groundbreaking financial deals to deepfake tech suddenly appearing on our feeds.
Yep, one moment you're on the familiar ground, and next, boom, the entire landscape shifts around you.
Exactly. Picture this. Between September 28th and October 3rd, 2025, we witnessed deals that are comparable to the GDP of a mid-sized country being signed in just days. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Right, we mentioned earlier that this isn't just about numbers. It feels like a full-blown infrastructure arms race is going on, driven by what some are calling the neo-cloud providers.
Absolutely. These neo-cloud players, CoreWeave, Niscale, Lambda, Nebius, they're exclusively wielding the high-end GPU compute power that's fueling the training of massive AI models. It's like they've carved out their own niche where traditional cloud companies just can't keep up.
Yeah.
I'm alone raked in billions in commitments, including a huge slice from Meta and OpenAI.
Now, here's something that really caught my attention. The financial commitment is astronomical, right? But why there this notion of a circular financing loop involving NVIDIA and OpenAI? It almost seems too engineered.
Exactly. It's one of those points that really sparks debate. NVIDIA invests heavily in OpenAI, and then OpenAI uses that arranged capital to buy NVIDIA's specialized chips. It's essentially a closed loop, almost like feeding on fire. Critics warn it might be a flash in the pan, reminiscent of structures seen in past bubbles.
And speaking of fire, let's talk about energy. These mega deals, these colossal data centers, they're guzzling electricity like never before. Places like Virginia and Oregon, with figures like 39% and 33% of the state's power consumption, are practically being transformed into energy swamps for corporate giants.
Right, and that's causing a real public concern. It's almost as if we're subsidizing these private behemoths at the expense of everyday folks. There's even a proposed bill in Ohio, HB 427, that would let utility companies, for instance, adjust your thermostat settings during peak loads to ease grid demands. Imagine your AC suddenly cranking up in a heat wave without your say-so.
That's a major disruption in daily life. Now, shifting gears a bit, what about deep fake tech? Sora 2, for example, has just hit the scene, making ultra-real digital avatars and videos way more accessible.
Oh man, Sora 2 is a changer. It's not just an update, it's a whole social media app that creates basically realistic avatars from a short face scan. And soon, your digital likeness could be turned into, say, a conversation partner, or even generate video clips that are frankly surreal in their authenticity. That opens up a Pandora's box of intellectual property and personality rights issues.
Right. Just think about, for instance, how actors, and even everyday people, now face the risk of their likeness being exploited. We've already seen court battles where acting families in India sued giants like Google and YouTube to protect their personalities.
And that shakes up the entertainment world too. People like Bruce Willis discussing licensing their very own digital likeness. This isn't just about creative control, it's redefining what it means to own your identity in the age of AI.
That brings nicely to the next big point, the governance and societal challenges. Albania, for instance, appointed an AI minister named DLA, supposedly to cut corruption. But isn't that kind of risky? What happens if the AI makes a really bad call?
Precisely, and that's a critical critique. While an AI can't be bribed, it also lacks the nuance, empathy, and deep contextual judgment humans bring to government decisions. Sure, it might improve efficiency, but accountability becomes a murky black box. Who takes responsibility if something goes terribly wrong?
And it's not just government. This debate stretches to every facet of work and creativity. On one hand, 28% of US workers are now using ChatGPT for job tasks, while a staggering 70% of AI usage is for personal life help. Isn't that fascinating?
It really is. People, including those with ADHD, are experiencing huge tangible benefits. It's like a bicycle that helps them navigate routine tasks while freeing up brain power for creativity and big picture thinking. But it also predicts that
Yeah,
as routine
absolutely.
work gets automated, what will truly matter is human judgment, the ability to decide what to pursue.
That shift from implementation to judgment is massive. But here's something I've been pondering. Some argue that better AI might actually reduce the likelihood of complete human job replacement. It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it?
Yes, it does sound a bit backwards at first glance, but the idea is that while AI might take over the mundane doing part, it still operates on fixed, predefined logic. It can't adapt with true, flexible, human like judgment in novel or unpredictable scenarios, hence, the value of our uniquely human ability to, you know, really matters.
Now, let's not forget the existential risk angle here. There's, growing that these accelerated developments might one day lead to uncontrollable, super intelligent AI that could, in a worst case scenario, threaten human existence.
Exactly. We're talking about two doctrines. One is the dominance doctrine, where a first mover could seize, say, global control, and the other is extinction via instrumental convergence, where even a benign goal could push an AI to acquire vast resources, inadvertently endangering us all. And these are not just sci-fi
Yeah.
ideas. Serious researchers are putting forward a 50% chance of doom by 2050.
That 50% figure is just, chilling. It really calls on us to understand that while the current pace is exhilarating, it also demands that we develop robust control measures.
Absolutely. And the pace itself is mind-blowing. Experts are noting that AI's ability to handle complex, long-horizon tasks is doubling every 7 months, maybe even faster for some models. It's not just about tiny advances like better email drafting anymore. These breakthroughs are helping solve deep problems, even things like proving oracle separations in quantum complexity.
Right? So, in a nutshell, we're looking at a future where our competitive edge will increasingly come from flexible judgment rather than, say, raw skills. That's a huge paradigm shift.
Exactly. The big takeaway here is that as AI handles more of the doing, our uniquely human capacity to navigate nuance, context, and opportunity will be what sets us apart. And that's a provocative thought to end on.
Yep, it sure is. Whether you're an investor, a tech enthusiast, or just trying to manage your day-to-day, the question becomes, what skill will you invest in? Implementation or judgment?
And that's the critical conversation stirring in boardrooms, academia, and even at our dinner tables. As the infrastructure arms race, deep fakes, and economic models continue to evolve, one thing is certain. We're in the midst of a era that redefines not just technology, but the very fabric of society.
Thanks, Fat Deep Dive. It's been both and thought-provoking. I think we can all take something away, whether it's a new perspective on energy, identity, or even our future role in this fast-paced AI world.
Absolutely. And thanks for joining in this journey today. We'll definitely be back to explore what these shifts mean in the coming months. Until then, keep questioning, keep learning, and take care.
Yep.